Okay, so let's say you are gung-ho and you're like, okay, I'm gonna start my journey. I want to start working out, but where do I start? And you might go to YouTube and you might find some workouts to follow along with. You might go on Instagram and follow some fitness accounts and follow along on some of the workouts that they have. But they might not be tailored to you. You might be doing, your fitness account on Instagram that you follow. They might be doing some things that they like to do and are showcasing the things that they like to do. It might be a lot more challenging. It might be a lot higher pace than what you like to do. Maybe they're using equipment that you're not familiar with. So you quickly realize that maybe that's not the route you want to take. Maybe you have some old exercises that you used to do or a program you used to follow that still might not be appropriate to where you are now. So you need some help. What I'm providing for you today is 5 things to look for when planning on hiring a personal trainer. Now, personal trainers, as well as the fitness industry as a whole, we kind of get a bad rap because you look at an Instagram trainer and they look great. They are in such good shape. They are beautiful. They are doing unbelievable feats of athleticism, and they prompt you to say, hey, here's my workout plan, follow this and you'll look like me. Now that's probably not realistic. They might just be in really great shape and really great athletes, but they probably don't have the background or the credentials or the education to help you reach their goals. They might be really good at working out themselves and reaching their own goals, but this might be the best time to hire a professional. Not saying that some of these Instagram trainers that are beautiful and are super fit aren't professionals, but here are some things to look for to make sure that they are. So number 1, education and credentials. So education, they could have an associate's, they could have a bachelor's or a master's in kinesiology, exercise physiology, anatomy and physiology, maybe behavioral health, things like that will help with motivation or knowing about the body. Certain credentials they might have are a certified personal trainer, CPT they might have at the end of their name, and they might have NASM CPT, which is the National Academy of Sports Medicine. That's a pretty well-known certifying body. There could be ACE at the end of CPT, and that's the American Council on Exercise. And there's a few other ones out there. They might have their CSES, the Certified Strength and Conditioning Coach, or there's a lot of them. So if you see some of these initials behind someone's name that you were planning on hiring, maybe just look into it a little bit to see how good that and how well recognized that certification is. Number 2. Their style or their background. So for example, if I want to get stronger, but I have some mobility issues, I might not want to hire someone who specializes in Olympic weightlifting. That's a lot of lifting barbells over your head, doing clean and jerks and really powerful type movements. Those are great. And if you want to get into that, awesome. They are super cool exercises. But if you are just getting into this, you might want to try to find somebody who is a little bit more versed working with general population, is usually what personal trainers will call it. General population is just, Jan, Stan, and Nancy is what we would call them, and just normal people just trying to gain exercise and trying to better their health. If their background might be in, let's say, CrossFit, and that's not something that you are comfortable with, that's a lot of powerful movements, a lot of jumping, jump ropes, pull-ups, barbell work. Just really try to find out what they have done, maybe what they've done for work in the past, and what kind of clientele that they are familiar working with. That is super important, because you don't want to get into a few workouts and realize that you just really wanted to do some simple weightlifting, simple resistance training to gain knowledge to get better at this level of fitness, but the person that you're working with is familiar working with elite athletes. Probably not the best fit. All right, number 3, personality. We are all motivated by different things. Some people love to be yelled at during their workouts, and they want that boot camp style instructor that's going to get right down on the ground while you're doing push-ups and yell and and get you motivated that way. There's some people that if they get in front of that person, they'll cry. So some people want the positive, fluffy attitude that's going to help them improve, that positive reinforcement. Some people want a cheerleader. Some people just want someone to give them the workouts, to not be super personal, just to be their personal trainer. Some people want a best friend. So try to figure out what you think will motivate you the best. And when you are talking with this personal trainer, you'll be able to find pretty quickly what their training style is. Or maybe ask them what their training style is. Or if you're in a gym setting, you could maybe observe them with another client and see what they're like, because that can make or break your relationship. If you don't agree with their style, or you just don't mesh, it's just not worth it for either them, the personal trainer, or you, to try to force that relationship in. All right, number 4, adaptability. A lot of times, a personal trainer will have a workout already planned when you walk in the door. Hopefully you guys have a good rapport and you guys know what type of workouts to do, but if you walk in the door and the personal trainer says, all right, we're gonna do push-ups today, but the day before you had something funky going on with your wrist and you were a little nervous about it, and your trainer wants to stick with the workout that they had regardless that you're feeling a little bit sore. If you are feeling sore and you have a good communication, you should probably tell your personal trainer, before the workout starts, hey, my wrist is feeling a little sore, maybe we shouldn't do push-ups today. But if that's not, if you can't do that, then they should be able to adapt on the fly. Maybe you come in and you're just low energy. It's 6 a.m, you're going to see your personal trainer and you're just tired, your baby kept you up late last night, or recently for us, it was 4th of July, so our dog was up because he doesn't like fireworks. That morning would have been a low energy day. So if you're walking in and they can notice that body language and be like, okay, I'm noticing this about you, let's switch gears and just make this appropriate for how you're feeling today, that can really keep you going and keep you consistent with your workouts, because you realize that progression is never a straight line. And if they're not willing to adapt, then, and you're not feeling very high energy that day, you might not want to go to the workout because you're knowing that they're going to make you do burpees, or they're going to make you do something that's really difficult. You might want to, but if you know that they're going to be able to adjust to how you're feeling, you're probably going to still go. So adaptability is really important when it comes to finding a personal trainer too. Number 5, probably not the least, or probably maybe the most important, is communication. So if your personal trainer just gives you 8 weeks of workouts and then just sends you on your way and doesn't check in with you, maybe they've done that for a lot of other people and they're just trying to recycle the same workouts over and over and over and over again. It's important for the personal trainer and the personal trainer-client relationship to grow and continue to grow, and you're learning more about your personal trainer, your personal trainer's learning a lot about you. So they need to ask questions and they need to see how you're feeling. A lot of times during the first handful of sessions with one of my clients, a lot of times I'll say, I'm deferring to your judgment because I'm not feeling what you're feeling. So tell me how this feels. If it doesn't feel right, if it feels a little funny, just feel free. Just talk to me and let me know, so I will know to do this or to tweak this workout or to change things so it's more appropriate to how you're feeling. They should check in with you after a workout to see how you're feeling, to see, oh, sorry, we did a lot of this exercise. So are you sore? Are you feeling all right? Do you feel like you can recover before our next session? Really just be in the know of how you're feeling so they can make sure that the workouts and knowing more about you are, things are appropriate. So they don't want to leave you hanging either, because if they leave you hanging, they're not going to know what they did was right or not right. They won't know if you didn't like an exercise or not. So that communication between both of you is really important to maintain a long-term personal trainer-client relationship. So those are the 5 things that I would look for when hiring a personal trainer. There's probably a lot more, that come into play too, but those are 5 that I think are very important. If you think there's other things that you feel are important, feel free to comment. And I'd love to hear your opinions and your viewpoints on what to look for when hiring for a personal trainer. If you have any other topics that you want me to cover that you have wanted to ask a personal trainer, feel free, ask. I'll be an open book. So thank you so much for listening to my video. There'll be more to come soon.